So, as you probably saw the title of the video today, yeah, I watched Cuties. I watched it. Now, you're probably wondering why I watched it, and I wasn't actually gonna watch it, but I saw people review it on YouTube, and I wanted to see what all this was about. People saying that it was sexualizing, young girls and stuff. I'm like, what? So, I watched the movie. An hour and I think 36 minutes. I'm not too sure. It was pretty late when I watched it. Um, Let me just start off the bat saying that a movie like this should not exist and should have never been filmed and definitely should have never been publicly released. You can't take young girls that I think they in the movie they said they were 11. I'm not too sure, but in the movie they were 11, and make them do adult things like film themselves doing certain moves that shouldn't be done by a child. And that specifically is supposed to be for adults only. And the fact that I had to see a kid do it disappointed me to the max. I was like, what, 20 minutes into the video, and I swear I was sick. I wanted to stop watching, but I had to finish it because either I finished it or I wasn't going to do this video. And let me tell you right now, I almost didn't even. I would have canceled the entire thing. I would have never done this video. I would have forgot I even watched the movie. But this needs to be talked about. Now, I get the message they're trying to say, for like the main character in the movie is a girl that, doesn't fit in, and, her family does things differently than other girls, around her age do, and, she's not popular and she wants to be like one of them and stuff like that. But, you don't, you don't have to do this certain thing to get attention, do something you like, and not that. Don't like that, don't like that. Don't do any of that sexual dancing or, photographic, nudity, and just don't do any of that, dude. Do something else, okay? Because I guarantee you that stuff's not worth it. Some people, they make a career out of it, but that they're adults, okay? That's people over the age of 18 and have already got their, life going. You're still young and you still got things to figure out. So do something else. I'd highly advise you do something else. But, continuing from, that, I was watching the movie and there was a scene where the girls, dared, the black girl to go into the boys' bathroom and take a picture of the guy's, penis to, show them afterwards. And that part, that part got me sick a little bit, because for one, they were technically, putting pressure on her to do something she probably definitely didn't want to do, but because she wants to fit in, she did it. And she ended up doing it. The guy in there threw a backpack at her and told her to get out, because no one wants to get filmed when they're taking a piss. But oh man, this movie, I hope they take it down. I really do. And I get it. The fame and people liking you for what you do, I understand that could give you a feeling of being appreciated or something like that, making you feel good. But you could do that in different ways. For example, maybe you're good at drawing, because I saw her, she was drawing flowers and stuff like that. Maybe she could have considered art, you know what I mean? practice doing, drawings, and, make it something she's passionate about. Because me, I draw, I don't, I don't do it all the time, but I do it here and there, when I have the time. And stuff. And I mean, it's a really good, really good mind relaxer. It helps you. Just puts on some like classical music, or just put on like some vaporwave or synthwave or something like that, or heck, whatever music you like, and just start drawing. It really helps, you know, release the stress. But I mean, some people they can't do the drawing, which it's understandable. But there's other things to do, like you got video games and TV and stuff like that, and going outside, doing sports or something like baseball or soccer or football, stuff like that, dude. Like you can't just do that, to these girls, and then because I'm guarantee you there's pedophiles out there that have watched this movie and have jacked to it, you know what I mean? And having that thought in my head, knowing that there's people out there that are sick to the bone and sick to the head and sick throughout their whole body and have watched the movie and have done what they've done, as watching it as entertainment, I'm gonna be real with you. I had trouble sleeping after I watched this movie and having all those thoughts in my head. And to think that nowadays in our society, we'd make a sort of movie like this. There was different ways they could have brought out that message, but not like this. Not like this. Maybe make a different movie that doesn't involve little girls dressing up like, like looking like porn stars or, prostitutes, and then dancing in front of a camera and then posting it so other people can see. Don't do it differently, all right? Do the same message, but with a different, look on it, with a different atmosphere, just different setting, and don't have young kids this time. And if you're gonna have young kids, don't do what you just did. Don't do it. Don't do it. And the movie was released on August 12th of 2020. And I didn't really think to watch it, at first glance, to me it didn't look like what people were saying. But then the more I heard of it, and the more people talked about it, I started getting this thought in my head, maybe I should see what they're talking about. And let me tell you this, I wish I could get that hour and 36 minutes of my life back. Because let me tell you, watching this movie, it's not going to do you any good. If you're sick to the head, like, I don't even know how people could do this. How people could be so of a pedophile to this kind of stuff, And just don't watch the movie if you don't want to see. You don't want to. I mean, you could watch it if you want and see what I'm talking about, but I would highly advise you don't watch it. Take it from my perspective that when I watched that movie for the first 20 minutes, I mean, dude, once you get to the first 20 minutes, you're going to start realizing how wrong this movie is. And I get what they're trying to do. I really do. There's kids that, sometimes they don't fit into the crowd, and they try their best to, fit in and do what it takes to get popular, but not like this. Not like, don't do it like this. For any of you guys out there, don't do it like this. Do it some other way. I mean, for God's sake, do YouTube if it helps. You know what I mean? Like, do what you like, but don't do this. Don't do this. Not at all. And I would give more, information about it, but I'm gonna be real. I don't want to talk about this any longer than I have to. All I gotta say is, take down the movie. No one should be seeing that. Especially kids. No kid should be seeing that, because if they see something like that, they're probably gonna get, the idea like, oh, I could do that too. And don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't. Just take down the movie, okay? That's all I gotta say. I would talk about it longer, but I really don't even want to think about this movie any more than I have to. So, thank you for watching. If you did watch, I don't know. I did say I do, reviews on movies, and since this one was the one being talked about a lot, I thought I'd do one. And watching that hour and 36 minutes really screwed my head. And to think that, you know, kids for real actually, think this stuff. And, it's bad parenting too, because the mother, if she was a little bit more, how you say, curious on what her child was doing, and the thing is, the kid went through a lot. She found out her father was with another girl and they both got married, and I mean, it's a lot to go through. I could understand why she'd want to do stuff like this because of all the other stuff going on at home, but just don't. Just don't, please. Thank you for watching. This has been your boy Rainbow Nuts. Don't watch the movie, but if you do, be cautious, because I'm telling you right now, first 20 minutes is going to scar you. Peace out.